Good afternoon, members of parliament, support staff, radio listeners, TV viewers, those following via social media, and members of the media. Welcome to this Central Committee meeting number 36 of today, Wednesday, June 15, 2022. We've established a quorum of 9 members. Please let's stand for a moment of silence. I've received notice of absence from MP William Marlin, MP Christophe Emmanuel, and MP Melissa Gums. Are there any members of parliament that wish to have the floor for notifications? No? Then we go over to the agenda point for this meeting. We have 2 agenda points for this meeting, and the first agenda point is the approval, composition, delegation, and provisions members of parliament to participate in the Committee of Parlatino to be held in Santiago, Chile on June 23rd to June 24th, 2022. This can be found under IS 956, 2021-22, dated May 30th, 2022. The second agenda point is approval, composition, delegation, and provisions to attend the celebration of Curaçao Flag Day on July 2nd, 2022. This can be found under IS 1026, Parliamentary Year 2021-2022, dated June 14, 2022. We go over to agenda point 1. On May 30th, 2022, Parliament received a convocation and agenda for the meeting of Commission of Agriculture, Livestock, and Fisheries, which will be held in Santiago de Chile on June 23rd and to June 24th, 2022. This documentation registered as incoming document IS 956, dated May 30th, 2022, can be found on the P drive of Parliament. And according to the list of members on the Parlatino committees, as well as the rotating system as agreed upon, the following members are being proposed to partake in this committee meeting. The first member is MP Sihat Bijlani, and the second member is MP Sarah Westcott Williams. The proposal to Parliament is to approve this work visit for these members of Parliament to attend these meetings. The proposal is further to approve the travel arrangements for this delegation. To which member of Parliament can I give the floor? I see MP Sarah Westcott Williams. You have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair Lady. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to my colleagues. Good afternoon to all tuned in to this Central Committee meeting of Parliament. Madam Chair Lady, thank you for the invitation and notification. As I indicated informally already, I will not be accepting my participation. So I will not be participating in the next Parlatino travel, to which, as you indicated, according to the rotating system used in Parliament, it would be MP Bijlani and myself. Madam Chair Lady, allow me, especially for the general public, to explain my stance why not accepting that travel. Madam Chair Lady, firstly, we have an ongoing discussion regarding replacing the Parlatino membership by a more closely related body. We've had these discussions. Ministry of Finance. Madam Chair Lady, in a meeting, closed door, though it was, we understood from the Prime Minister that the amendments for the budget 2022 are now being drafted and are on their way. This amendment includes a huge cut in goods and services. In addition to that, Madam Chair Lady, the government is busy undoing the cuts, partially or otherwise, that civil servants have had to endure since 2020. And in addition to that, the Minister of TIAT and then the Minister of Finance announced some time ago that they are busy looking at the possibility of reducing the cost of fuel for the consumers on St. Martin. However, The Minister of Finance, when indicating that, gave a caveat, that being that he needed to find ways and means to plug the hole which would be created if the government was to forfeit part of its income in the benefit of the citizens. In other words, lowering the cost of fuel, either the excise duties or the turnover tax which is paid on top of the cost of fuel by the consumers. The government is busy looking at reducing one or more of those. Say all of this, Madam Chair Lady, to state that in my opinion, the budget of St. Martin, especially if we are to do those things that have been announced, undo the cut. So in other words, today, vacation allowance is supposed to be paid out to civil servants, etc. No word has been mentioned yet. What happens to the other institutions and what kind of cuts they have done to their personnel in order to make up the 12.5%, which is also part of a law in connection with liquidity assistance. So, Madam Chair Lady, in addition to us being in a sort of a transition where participation in Parlatino is concerned, as far as I'm concerned, we are in a transition, you have, to me, the more important thing, and that is the finances of government. And there's no way I believe that Parliament can continue, Parliament or government for that matter, can continue to act as if it's business as usual, knowing what is before us and whether it saves $5,000, 10,000, whatever the participation per member would be, I am forfeiting that I would have traveled for in the interest of the general public and the cuts that the government is looking, one, to undo, and the relief that the government is looking to give the people of St. Martin. Madam Chair Lady, that being my reason and reasons for respectfully declining to travel to a Parlatino committee meeting. Thank you, Madam Chair Lady.
Thank you, MP Westcott Williams. Next, we have MP Sikhat Bishlani. You have the floor.
Thank you, Chair Lady. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to the Griffier. Good afternoon to my colleagues in Parliament. And good afternoon to St. Martin. Yes, I do agree with what MP Sarah Westcott is mentioning, that cut the cost wherever we can do it. But looking at this scenario and what I know how we deal with Parlatino committee meetings, if one member declines, a next person on the list comes up and the program follows. So there's no savings, I believe, in this. So for me, since my name has pulled up, I would like to take some time to think about it and let you know tomorrow to confirm if I'm going or no. Thank you, Chair Lady.
Thank you, MP Bijlani. And yes, indeed, if one forfeits their travel, then the next person will then be in rotation, and the next member of Parliament then would be MP Akim Arundel. MP Akim Arundel, would you like to attend?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, Madam Chair, I'll be traveling, no problem.
Thank you, MP Arundel. Then I have confirmed then MP Bijlani will get back to us tomorrow, and if it's a no, then we will have then the next person in rotation, and then MP Arundel, you have confirmed that you will be traveling. If there are no other comments, then the work visit is approved and we will proceed accordingly. I would like to end agenda point 1 and proceed next now to agenda point 2. Agenda point 2 is the approval, composition, delegation, and provisions to attend the celebration of Curaçao Flag Day on July 2nd, 2022. As mentioned before, this can be found under IS 1026, dated June 14, 2022. On June 14, 2022, Parliament received an invitation from the Chair Lady of Parliament of Curaçao, Ms. America Francisca, for members of Parliament of St. Martin to attend the Curaçao Flag Day National Anthem Day solemn meeting and celebration on July 2nd, 2022. This document, as mentioned before, can be found under IS 1026, dated June 14, 2022. The proposal is to approve this work visit in order for a maximum of 4 members of Parliament, as agreed, to one per faction to attend this event on behalf of Parliament. The proposal is for the following delegations to attend. I received in writing from MP Christophe Emmanuel that he wishes to attend, so I will place his name here, and I would like to give the floor to any other member of Parliament, any other 3 members of Parliament that would like to attend as well. To whom do I give the floor? MP Brownbill.
Good afternoon to you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon to my colleagues. Good afternoon to the media in St. Martin. Yes, I have confirmed verbally with you, Madam Chair, that I will attend. Thank you.
Thank you, MP Brownbill. Any other member of Parliament wish to attend? MP Bryson, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon. And on behalf of the UP faction, I would like to attend.
Thank you, MP Bryson. MP Sarah Westcott Williams.
Thank you, Madam Chair Lady. Madam Chair Lady, here, my previous argument also holds true for me in terms of saving, in terms of sending 4 persons to, or more or less, whatever the case may be, to represent us at Curaçao Flag Day. Madam Chair Lady, I think if there is one instance at which the chairperson of Parliament can duly go and represent the Parliament, I think would be in a case like this. 1, it's a national day. 2, given the whole financial picture again, and whether my non-participation actually saves money or not, it's also the signal that we're giving with respect to travel. It's not business as usual. Madam Chair Lady, I would want to therefore suggest that the chairperson, acting chairperson represents the Parliament of St. Martin. As I mentioned before this meeting officially got off to a start, use some funds and put a big ad in the papers. No, some of you, including you yourself, Madam Chair Lady, thinks it's funny. I am absolutely not joking where this is concerned. On behalf of the Parliament of St. Martin, and put everyone's picture in there just in case we feel they might forget who all are part of the Parliament of St. Martin. Madam Chair Lady, let it also be noted that I speak for myself. And that's my opinion, and I stick with it. Thank you, Madam Chair Lady.
Thank you, MP Westcott Williams. MP Bryson, you have the floor.
Madam Chair, good afternoon. Madam Chair, if I'm not mistaken, we have gone through as a country a deficit budget in 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay? Was there any proposals for cutting travel to these things in those times? Madam Chair, before 10-10-10, the Netherlands Antilles was bankrupt. Was travel stopped by Island Council and Executive Council members back then? Madam Chair, everybody is free to do what they want, and it's commendable, albeit too little, too late. But to pretend like today is the day, from today on, after 30 years of traveling and becoming million milers, it's a problem for people to travel and be with their brothers and sisters in Curaçao and St. Martin. So I personally do not subscribe to that methodology because, in my opinion, it is quite hypocritical at this stage. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, MP Bryson. I see MP Akim Aranda would like to have the floor.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, everyone again. Seeing that nobody else want to go, I will be the number 4, except to go travel. And I do agree with my fellow colleague, MP Bryson. This back and forth, we've been going through all the years, and everybody has been traveling back and forth. Now we are new members here. We must stop our travels for. But anyhow, that's be all.
Thank you, MP Arundel. Then I have confirmed the 4 members of Parliament that will be traveling to Curaçao for Flag Day is MP Christophe Emmanuel, MP Chanel Brown-Bill, MP Rolando Bryson, and MP Akim Arundel, and the staff of the Secretariat of Parliament, or a staff member of the staff, a staff member of the Secretariat of Parliament will also be traveling with with the 4 members of Parliament. The proposal is If there's no other statement or no other comments, then this proposal for the travel to Curaçao is approved. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this meeting, and I thank you all for your participation and hereby close this meeting. Meeting closed.